They lob it to Ryan Perez in the paint off a couple of screens.
Esquivel to Garcia. Off the deflection. Los Fresnos comes back and wins. Now Santa Maria will put the three. Bang! Santa Maria!
Here's Warner. Here comes a headed to jam. Counted for two. Field. Adios! And the Falcons win on a walk-off. And it's saved. What a game.
Smack to the left. That is gone.
Lob for Perez. That's my play. Off the backboard. Counting. And a win. And a win. Ryan Perez wins the game for the Santa Rosa Warriors, and they go nuts. And why not?
And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to Real Sports Live. We are at the Sinton Varsity Volleyball Tournament. I want to thank everybody for joining us here. So we have Pool 6 play today. We have Harlingen South taking on Edna here in game number 1. We're going to have 5 of the 6 games here today. We're going to have featuring in this pool. We're going to have not only have Harlingen South and Edna, but we're going to be featuring Corpus Christi veterans and Ingleside as well. So we are underway here. Here's a setup and an attack on the outside. Strong attack there by Lainey Bain of Edna. And nice play on the net there for Harlingen South. It looks in on the play. It's number 7, Mallory Mireles. Number 12, Laura Garcia. To give Harlingen South the early 1-0 lead. Here's a setup and heads up play libero Sonia Corona. This one out of play, so Edna gonna get on the board first. And here serving for the Cowgirls. This is number 12, Delaney Dolich. And Dolich picks up the aces. The serve's not going to be returned. And please bear with us. There's some internet problems here going on, but we're just going to sift through it, and as we did yesterday, as Dolich's serve is into the net and gives Harlingen South the lead back. Usually the network problem will correct itself, so just bear with us here. Looks like it's on its way to doing that right now. So an outside attack there. That's number 7, Caitlin Curley, with the outside hit here. Curley, a senior, and is on the service line for the Cowgirls now. So Curley serves. It's played on the back row by Laida de Jesus. Here's a setup in the center net. Dolich is there to make a play. And here's a setup for Gretel Corona. And Corona comes up strong on the net. And Harlingen South with a point, and they lead 4-3 here early this first set. And Kaylee Dickens back for Harlingen South, the Lady Hawks. And the Cowgirls playing a best of 3 sets, what we're doing here in pool play. Set up on the outside, and that one out of play for Sonia Corona. And the point over to Edna. And we're all tied at 3 as Emily Keith on the serve. And Keith sends that past the end line. And it's a 5-4 lead for Harlingen South. And back to the service line for Lady Hawks. Cameron Castillo on the serve. Set up on the outside there for Corona, but played nicely there by Edna. And this one goes out of play off of Edna. And Harlingen South takes a 2-point lead. They lead 6-4. Set up there for Cassidy Brown on the outside, but sends it flying out of play. And Harlingen South with a 7-4 lead, and the Lady Hawks rolling now with a little bit of momentum with Cameron Castillo on the serve. This one goes out of play. Kyla Rodas there trying to make the play on the outside for the Cowgirls. Unable to get to it though, and Harlingen South doubles up on Edna. Here's a serve. And they set up Brown, and that was played on the back row by libero Patricia Garza. And this was set up on the outside, and a couple of Cowgirls were there. Brown and Mariana Salazar. Kind of each waiting for the ball. Both might have lost it there as it just falls in the vicinity. And ball sent over by Isabella Plotini. And there's Dolish making the play on the back row and it's returned, and this one out of play, and the point going to go over to Edna. And here's the serve from Rodas. And this one out of play, and Rodas going to pick up the ace there. And back-to-back points from Edna. Here's a setup on the outside. That was for Corona, met by Lainey Bain. Here's a setup for Bain, and Bain puts too much on it, sends it past the end line, and that's going to be a point for Harlingen South, and it's a 10-6 lead for the Lady Hawks. And here's Corona on the serve and out of play. Here's Edna's Mariana Salazar on the serve. It falls between the front and the back row, and nice serve put down there from Salazar, and it's a 2-point game once again. And here's the serve. Harlingen out leading by as many as 4 here in this matchup. Oh, what a play on the front row there by Kylie Fonseca. Caitlin Curley went up high, and in the center net, looking to pick up the kill there, but Fonseca with the heads-up play, getting low for it to make the save, keep it in play, and Harlingen South ultimately winning out at the end of that short rally. And this one into the net for Edna. Set up on the outside for Brown, and Brown sends it off one of the Harlingen South back row players. Nice outside attack. Here's Cassidy Brown. And Brown serves. It's played by South, and an attempt there by Laura Garcia, but the Cowgirls were ready defensively there on that outside of the net. So a couple of points strung together here. Back to a 2-point game, and here's Brown on the serve. It's received. Here's a setup for Mallory Mireles, and Mireles goes up high. Timed perfectly. Nice setup there. Strong in the center net. Picks up the kill on a strong spike there. Serve receive. Here's the setup. And that's Laney Bain on that outside hit. They're going to say it was last touch there by Edna. There's a little bit of a contest there from varsity coach Jill Coop. So it's going to be Harlingen South point, and on to serve it's going to be Kylie Fonseca. And Fonseca puts it in play, received here on the back row for Edna. And they set up nicely. Caitlin Curley. Curley capitalizes there on the center net. And it all worked there for Edna as Delaney Dowich serves. Dowich comes up, makes the play. Here's the setup on the outside for Rodas. In return there by the libero Patricia Garza. And there's Garza with the bump. Here's the set. And Gretel Corona was there, but to return it, and Cassidy Brown unable to make the play on the net there. And Harlingen South goes back up by 4. And they set up Rhoda, and Rhoda on the outside strong attempt. And Laida de Jesus was there to make an attempt at it, but it went off her and out of play. And here comes Harlingen South right back. Mariana Salazar at the net for Edna there, making her presence known. And coming back, that's Sonia Corona for Harlingen South, picking up the kill there, and back to 4. Kaylee Dickens on the serve for the Lady Hawks. Dickens on the back row attack. Here's a setup there for Emily Keith, and Edna picks up the point. And Emily Keith on the serve for the Cowgirls. And Rhoda sends it to the back row. And Harlingen South unable to make the play there. Point over to Edna, and the lead now 2 as Keith puts it into play with her serve. And another point over for Edna. Back come the Cowgirls as they cut the lead to just 1. And there was a setup there from Cassidy Brown. Sent it cross court, but nobody there on the front row to attempt to make a play on it. And Harlingen South goes back up by 2. And here's the serve. That's number 22, Cameron Castillo. And Rhoda on the outside with the attack sends it into the net, and South leads by 3 once again. And we're going to get a timeout here on the floor. And Harlingen South leads by 3, 18-15 here in set number 1, the opening pool play matchup. Keep it here. This is Real Sports Live. We'll take a break and be back.
Forever Memories Antiques and Collectibles, located at 237 North Sam Houston in San Benito, is filled with vintage items, collectibles, and a selection of vinyl records that's as good as it gets. Every shelf, every aisle, and table is filled daily by a number of vendors that ensures that something here just might be the item you have to have. The vinyl record area helps bring an added atmosphere that makes for the fun trip when stepping back in time with the memories. Forever Memories, Antiques and Collectibles in San Benito.
And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Coming out of the timeout, Harlingen South serves, and I don't know what happened there with Cassidy Brown, as looked like she just kind of shied away from it. I believe she thought one of her teammates was going to come up and try to make the play there, and trying to get out of the way. And there's Megan Taquiras making her presence known at the net. And this one snuck right in there from Sonia Corona. And the lead's now 5 for Harlingen South, their largest of the set. Cameron Castillo. Edna takes the point back, and now on to serve for the Cowgirls is going to be Kyla Rodas. And Rodas tried to catch it as it went outside her body there, but sends it into the net. And the lead is 5, and Harlingen South on the serve once again, Sonia Corona. Strong play at the net from Cassidy Brown. Good a play there by Lainey Laine. This will sit out a play by Brown, and lead back to 5, 22